again, welcome back for another daily Bind of Isaac Repentance. It is November 1st, 2024. All right. Daily. Oh, it's another last daily, huh? Let me guess. We got 9 lives. See, thought I was going to get like the 1 hats or something to give you increased soul heart chance, because I think today's supposed to be Saints Day. I don't know what this cat thing's supposed to be about. 9 lives day. Ha ha ha. Let's see something here. I'm curious. It's got to be a curated daily, because we started out with 9 lives with the Lost. Like, there's a reason. There's a reason. This is curated dailies. Day of the Dead. Okay. I figured it'd be some kind of like festive thing. I think that is that like a Mexican holiday? Is that what that is? I think it is. Isn't it Day of the Dead? Cinco de Mayo. Is that the right way to pronounce it? Right? Is that the right one? Cinco de Mayo. No, that's May 5th. No, there was a... in Spanish, Dia de los Muertos. I don't know. I was pretty close with pronouncing that. You know, I did a little Spanish years ago, but I was doing a Duolingo like last year or something with Spanish. You got pretty far with it. But I don't really use it, like, it's not part of my vernacular. Anyways, what I've been up to? Well, I've been sleeping and doing a bunch of errands today, because there's supposed to be some storms rolling through for a while. We do need the rain, I'll say that, but yeah, like, that's why I was like really busy today with doing a bunch of errands, because I don't want to be soaked in the rain and whatever. And yeah, and then like I've been resting too, but having odd sleeping patterns with the sickness stuff going on. I don't want that. Oh, small rock I will get. Interesting how am I starting out with the dice. That's interesting. Anyways. Yeah, I've been resting. I watched a few Halloween movies so far, and I'm starting another one. A little late, but you know, it's whatever. I can't do a whole lot since I'm sick. I rode my bicycle today, though. Like 9 miles I had to pedal to like do all these errands. It's crazy. Efficient, but like, well, probably not as efficient as a car. Yeah, I know, but like, it's more efficient than walking, that's for sure. Like, it would take me triple amount of time, so to speak, maybe a little longer than that. Because you know, it's slower when you walk. Nice day today, though. I wish it was like that yesterday when it was all cold and windy and like cloudy and stuff. Today was like a different stretch of warmth. I mean, not like warm where it was like, you know, 80 degrees or something, but it's been pretty warm. Also, my throat's been getting better, as you could probably tell. I'm not as you know, hoarse as what I've been. I'm still got some throat problems. I've been coughing up. I don't know if it's like sinus drainage or if it's like a possible touch of pneumonia. It's hard to say right now. I mean, I'm gonna know if it's pneumonia or not if it gets to a certain point, but I'm not too worried about it. Because like sometimes colds can turn into pneumonia and stuff, so it's like I know I have some kind of a cold, so I've been spitting up some phlegm. Course. and some green stuff. May not necessarily mean it's, like I said, not flu. Whatever. I think my temperature's been going down. Like, I broke out with a sweat today, right? When I was, like, trying to go back to sleep again. Oh, it was, like, way in the afternoon. Closer to, like, late morning, early afternoon, or something like that, of course. But, like, I woke up and I had sweat. So I think that's happened before when I broke a fever. You sweat. Is that right? Because, like, I know with, like, severe flu symptoms or something, you could be sweating and not break your fever. After your fever breaks and your thermostat resets itself to normal, you'll feel hot and start to sweat. The sweat helps to cool off. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I broke my fever. So that took me 2 days. I figured it'd be 2 days before I break a fever. It sounds a lot like COVID, you know that? Because that's exactly how long it took me to break the fever when I had COVID. Well, he said I didn't have it, but I don't know if that's a false negative. Oh, that's a double negative. That's not supposed to be used that way. What I mean is, like, it's, oh, that's nice. What I mean to say is, it's, it could be a negative, right? But, like, I've been treating it regardless if it was COVID or not, because, like, there's not a whole lot you can really do to treat COVID, except for rest, hydration, maybe taking some pain medicine and Benadryl to kind of reduce the symptoms. I'm still having a cough going on, though. And some hoarseness. But I've had COVID back in January. I didn't think much of it at first, because, like, I never had COVID before. Unless I had some kind of, like, underlying thing that I wasn't realize I had, right? And so, actually, we're going to take this with us. Even though I don't have a whole lot of money. Shit. I should have saved it. Whatever. Anyways, I had COVID back in January. And I thought it was just kind of lack of sleep, because I had, like, a lack of sleep the night before. So, I figured that was attributing to, like, some subtle symptoms or something. And it wasn't until later that evening that I was having a fever. I'm like, okay. So I got tested, and then I was tested positive for COVID. I think that evening or tomorrow morning, not tomorrow morning, the next morning, I got tested, I think. No, I got it tested later that night, I remember, because they got a hold of me the next morning with the tests. All right. And so... And then it took about that same amount of time to break the fever. So I'm kind of wondering if it is COVID, or if this was, like they said, the doctors were saying after the test, like, came back negative, that it was something similar, but it's not the flu of any sort. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, it's just... I've been recovering. Hasn't been as bad, though, as when I had COVID. I mean, it wasn't terrible when I had COVID back in January, but it was a little bit worse. Well, I broke the fever, which means that I'm on the path to recovery now. 'Cause whatever the hell I caught, whether it's COVID or not, I'm getting over it. And that's the truth. So probably the next day, probably the next couple of days, I'm thinking, because like right now, I'm kind of still sick. The aches have been going away too. Today, like I took some. Let's see, did I take some? No, I took Tylenol. Yesterday morning, early yesterday morning, after midnight, I think, and then some Benadryl. I don't think I want that. And so, I mean, I think that helped. Of course, I'm taking like children doses, you know, children's Tylenol and Benadryl. Like, I don't need that much. Though I guess maybe I need more because, like, it wasn't a strong enough dose. Of course, I'm not going to be like, let's double it up. Or anything weird. You can't, I don't think you, well, maybe you can buy it online. Because I didn't see it at the store, at least, about buying adult Tylenol, adult Benadryl, like, liquid. Like, I think I did see the liquid at, one grocery store, but it was, you know, it had dyes and stuff or whatever in it. I mean, I probably don't have to give a crap about the dyes because I don't have, like, some severe allergy or whatever, but, and I'm not going to be on it long term, so hopefully not. That would suck. Oh, shit. Sneaky motherfucker. Hitting me with that. Okay. Just get out of the range, because you never know, those mushrooms just blow up in your face or something. Making good progress. Oh, fuck off with that. There we go. Well, whatever. Okay. Aches have been going away, so that's a good part of that, illness going away with it, you know? It's healing. I'm healing. That's a good sign of healing, you know? Kind of sucks, you know? The whole experience of being sick. I think all of us can agree on that, right? Most of us, at least. There'd probably be people out there who are, like, crazed and just getting sick. It's like, oh, it's the latest craze. I love getting, like, the flu. Tasty flu symptoms. Influenza. Type A and Type B. Ooh, exotic. That's kind of rare. That's the last damn thing I need is the flu. Like, I don't ever remember ever having the flu. And that was... I had the flu when I was a kid, right? So that's been well over 20 years. I can't tell you really anything about it because I don't remember it 'cause it's been so long. And, you know, the flu is fairly common as a thing, right? And so it's like, I would think I would have came across to it the last 20 plus years, you know, my life. You know, like, that seems very strange. And yet I got hit with COVID, and possibly the second time, if it was COVID and it was just a false positive with the test coming out negative. Not saying that I want freaking influenza or strep throat, which I've had a number of times over the years. Amongst other things, I guess we'll take this. like pneumonia and bronchitis. Last year, like in March, I had a really bad case of, it was like pneumonia. Well, it turned into a cold and sore throat, right? But then it was a really bad case of it. And then it was like, what else was there? It was that, and then it was like, it evolved, right? So it went from like mostly a cold to a little bit of sore throat to to much more of a sore throat, to the point where it's just a pain in the ass, you know, causing pain. And it was definitely not strep, I don't think. I don't think it was strep. Maybe it was. I don't know. I don't recall it was being strep. And I don't know why I thought about that at the time, that it wasn't. Because, like, I seen a doctor, but it was like a telehealth thing, right? So it was like, which means it's like through a webcam or something, but I use my phone, of course, and talk to the doctor through that way. And they think it was like pneumonia or something because of the symptoms I was having. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Not just precious. So, I don't know. Maybe it was getting better. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was getting better within a day or two or something. Maybe that's why it wasn't like suspected of being strep. But I definitely had pneumonia after that. Of course, with also like symptoms of like a fever and whatever. Definitely wasn't COVID because like the antibiotics were working. I caught that from like two people that I knew that would get sick all the fucking time, right? Because they both like work in the hospital industry, not like a hospital, you know, like ER or doctor office or anything like that. But what I mean is like a similar medical field. And they would get sick all the time because, like, you know, they're not careful. Well, these two weren't really careful, right, with like getting sick and then spreading to one another. I know because I've been around them over the years, and it's like they're never careful. And so, of course, you know, silly me, you know, I kept interacting with them over the years, and then off and on, I'd get sick from some weird ass thing. And I don't normally get sick outside of meeting these people, you know? Like, it's pretty rare for me to get sick in general, but if I'm with them, it's like I'm basically rolling the dice. I'm basically like have a pretty good odds of like getting my ass handed by some weird ass bug. No, there are jobs where like at the time is it's there's a name for the job, right? So it's basically where if you're at somebody's house, right? And they got a thing set up with their insurance and a certain medical company that has all these different staff that are tasked to take shifts watching said people in their households because they're not capable of doing certain things that they're required to be watched by a health provider. And so I'm gonna have to put the damn bomb in. There we go. Well, I didn't mean to do it that way, but okay. It worked nonetheless. And so they have to like watch their clients so they don't like do anything that would hurt or kill themselves. You know what I mean? And get their their medicine and all this other stuff done. And so it's like, okay. So they're probably interacting with these people, and so they're more likely to be coming across people that are sick, which was definitely the case because they have like a bunch of different client homes, they call them, and they're all like categorized with like different I guess, categorized. Like, how do I describe it? They're categorized as, like, the group homes. That's what they're called, I think. And so they're, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, okay, all right. Calm down, spicy boy. Anyways, they were categorized these homes, you know, to get help and whatever else, right? Because, you know, a lot of people don't have, you know, the capabilities, whether they're like physically or mentally impaired or both. And so it's understandable. And I'm not blaming them of getting sick or something and, you know, passing off to the worker or something like that, because, you know, shit happens. And you know, it's not to mention that it's like, it's complicated too, because like if the client is sick, I don't know what the protocol is with dealing with their clients being ill or something. But I don't know what the protocol is with that. I assume they have somebody come over anyways, but then it's like they could just take whatever precautionary methods. I don't even know what they did during COVID. Because usually you would have to have the employee like in their home watching them and stuff like that is a deal. In order to like making sure that they don't like do anything, you know, sketchy to themselves or whatever. Probably heard there. Some phlegm. Great. Sorry about that. It hasn't been super difficult to get it out or whatever. Good thing one thing that's really good with breaking up that phlegm is drinking enough water. That helps a lot. I feel like it's not the case, but like it's true. Like you know what I mean? Like I know that's true, right? Like it helps with the fever, the drinking the water and getting electrolytes and stuff like that. But for me, I feel like, oh, that's not true. You know, part of me is like, oh, that's not true, you know, even though it is definitely true, where it's like, oh, well, I'm not seeing the results. Maybe I just like haven't been sick enough and stayed hydrated enough to know the difference. Regardless, I am still going to be staying hydrated here, whether I see the results or not. I'm assuming I did see something, but maybe that's why it wasn't so bad, these symptoms here, because I've been hydrating and resting. Also been drinking coffee. I'll dry it, baby. I don't think I'm gonna make it the boss rush, and I guess that's okay, you know? Shit happens. So, yeah, anyways, going back to the client homes, so it's like the people who I was associating with used to go to the client homes and did whatever, right? And I got sick a number of times. Like I said about last year, got a horrible sickness. It wasn't even COVID. It's like some form of pneumonia mixed with like a terrible sore throat and cold. Like what the fuck is that? You know? You know, we could talk about like, oh, pneumonia. Oh, the common cold. Oh, the flu, you know? Oh, COVID. You know, there's like, they might have like a set of symptoms and that's it. But no, this is like a whole different fucking mutation of shit. Oh, it's a bug. Yeah, it's a bug, but a bug's life. But yeah, off and on over the years when I was associated with them, not all the time, but many times, I kept getting sick. I got a stomach bug in fucking August of like, I think it was 2, maybe 3 years ago. Oh shit. Oh, there goes that. Even though I didn't have any freaking tears effects, but that's fine. Probably would have found something eventually, maybe. Anyways. Lost one life. Yeah, I kept getting sick, and then, yeah, 2 years ago, I get the stomach bug. But the weird thing is, I very rarely see them get sick or something when I visit them. But then they have something, right? Like, they're getting over something. For example, they had, one of them had the stomach bug. Now, of course, they're all, they're a couple, so they're obviously both carrying the same damn thing. Like a mutated version. I feel like it's a mutated version because it's like they gained some wild stuff. Oh, fuck off with this room. Imagine if you were to pass it off to somebody else, like your partner, and you're both together, you're creating some kind of super form of it, right? Is that how that works? One develops immunity, the other one just catches it from the other. And that's probably what happened with me. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a super form. Alright, 2/3 pussy. Now can we get 3? Nope. No, because I'm not that gifted. Alright, down next floor. So anyways, yeah, I would get sick off and on from them. But of course, at the same time, I wasn't visiting them much either, so it's like... I wasn't, like, constantly visiting them and getting sick quite a bit. But it was just enough times to where I started noticing a pattern, like, 2 years ago. Starting with the... Well, not starting with, because I bet you there was probably other sicknesses I totally forgot about it. 2 years before, I probably caught from them. And I probably forgot about it. But I think when I first started noticing kind of a pattern with the stomach bug 2 years ago, that's like, okay, they're full of shit about, like, you know, they're over the sickness. Because you're still, like... Because a lot of people don't realize is... just because you're over a sickness doesn't mean that you can't spread the virus still. Any kind of virus. Any kind of fucking illness. I'm not even joking here. You still be, like, contagious, you know? Just because you break a fever doesn't mean, like, you know, you're in the clear. And I've been very careful not to be around people, you know, during this illness stuff. But at the same time, like, I have to go out and get groceries and shit, stock up before a storm comes. So it's like, that's my dilemma. I can't, like, you know, not do that. I just take precautions, of course, you know. I'm not, like, hanging around too long around, like, checkout or something like that. Or anything like that, but... But no, this recent sickness, I more likely contracted from one of the two people last week because it was so close to where I was meeting with this person, and then it was like I got sick like soon after. It was less than a week, I think, wasn't it? Because I started getting sick early Tuesday morning, I noticed. Let's see here. Let me look here. That's Friday. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just kind of sicky poo here. I saw the person briefly that one time, but then it was like, where the fuck is this? No, that's not it. "22nd. Okay. That's when I was really interacting with this person. So that would have been at Friday. I just didn't start getting symptoms until the 26th. So yeah, it's possible. 4 days, it takes between like a couple days to a week to catch something. I mean, where else I'm going to catch it, It's like, well, you could have caught it somewhere else, It's like, yeah, it's true, but like, it's so rare because I'm careful and stuff. Except, I guess, around this person, apparently. Alright, let's try here. Oh, that is so nice. I guess around this person. Well, this person, it's like there's more close contact with this person than anybody else. So it's like there's that, and then it's also like not a brief interaction with them either. So that's what I'm saying. Well, what I'm trying to say here is that's what I think is the culprit, getting sick from this person. So I just have to just stay the fuck away from them. Still working the medical job. I don't want to get some really nasty shit one day, and then it's like, shoot myself in the foot again, I don't know. Anyways, how about this run? Oh, Temperance. Tempest of Seas. Oh, no, I don't want to buy anything. It does not gain me anything whatsoever. I keep thinking I get, like, stats or something. Yeah, like... Me, it's like, if I were to work in that kind of position of a job, I would not only be, like, damn careful about catching anything, but then it's also like, keep my distance and whatever else, and not play around and keep getting sick. And then just spray to the people without telling them that they were sick before. So this person just kept denying it and stuff, and I'm like, no, because you've done that so many times over the years, and I keep catching weird stuff in a short amount of time. Like, there's no way in hell it's like like anybody else, I might have strep throat like, about 10 years ago, where it was like, that was an exception there, and maybe a couple other cases, but like, it's pretty rare for me to be catching something like outside of meeting this person. Because, like, when you're like close contact with somebody, right? It's like you're putting yourself up much more susceptibility with catching something from them if they're either carrying something or they were carrying something. You're basically multiplying that those odds are against you the longer you're with a person and they have something that. And that's the thing. It's like, I imagine she probably didn't say anything to me about it because she needed help with, like, moving, right? Moving something in. And if she were to disclose that if she was sick and she was either recovering or she just got over something, that I would have, like, not helped. Which absolutely that would have been the case. Because I didn't want to get sick. So it was just a form of, like, undermining me. Okay. kind of undermining me, you know, for their ill-gotten gains, you know. I mean, I knew this person for years. It's just, I mean, that's how she kind of, you know, acts, you know, with that kind of demeanor, kind of thing. And why do I do this to myself too, being with this person? You know, that's a good question. I thought it just kind of lent out a helping hand with something, and then I get bit in the ass. Trying to move a couch in, right? And it was like, kept trying to maneuver it for over an hour. Couldn't get it in because there was such a weird doorway. It was, how do I describe it? Like, the hallway is, like, really weird, right? Not really weird, but, like, it was... How do I describe the hallway? It was, how would I describe it? The hallway was, so there's like okay, so it's like a little hallway, right? And like a door to it in the hallway. And her apartment was like on the left side, right after that doorway. So it's like a very, like, tight squeeze for things. And so, like, the couch was, like, super fucking long. I'd say it was, like, probably about 6 feet. So it was, like, there was no fucking way that we were going to, like, move this couch in, right? And, like, they had a maintenance worker there that was kind of helping, too, a little bit. Quite a bit. Not a little bit. He did his damnedest. He, like, we did all these different things. Like, we were taking the hinges, the door apart, 2 doors apart. One to her apartment, and then one to, like, the hallway door. You know, just give enough clearance. And then it was like, he cut, like, part of the couch in such a way so you can try to bend it. Took apart, like, the feet of the couch, and what else was there? Like a metal bar that was under the couch too. All these different things, and it was just so damn close to get it in, and it just couldn't. So they had to throw that majority of that couch away. Which, by the way, wasn't a cheap couch either. I mean, I didn't pay on it, so I'm not pissed about it. But she was. Couldn't get it in. But she paid like $1,700 or $1,800 for the son of a bitch. It was like... I remember telling her last year when she first got the thing, it's like, you know you're going to have to move this, right? It's going to be a pain in the ass. And she didn't think much about it. And then it was just like... Before you know it, it was... That's exactly what happened. It was a good couch. I mean, of course it's going to be expensive from Ashley Furniture or something. Honestly, I don't think she really needed a couch that big. That's fucking huge. Because, like, it came out at 6 feet, right? That's the longest part. And then you had 2 other parts you could just kind of put together. So it's like, shit, man. Like, 8 or 10 feet overall, I think, roughly. I forgot how big the other ends were. But, like, it was a ridiculous size. So she threw it out. You know, the bright side with throwing it out, too, you know, you don't have to worry about moving it out. You don't have to worry about, well, yeah, moving it out, pretty much. Or moving into a new place, too, you know? Be one less trip. That's another thing. I was telling somebody about it because they were staying at her other place at the time, sleeping on the couch, and I told him about it. It's like, yeah, you know that couch that, you know, now, this, such and such got, right? And he's like, what? And he's like, wow. They couldn't get it in. And he was like, and I told him, like, So she threw it out. And he's like, and she threw it out. And I was like sleeping on it. Da. I had to sleep on the floor. Like, yeah. Because he was assuming, because he knew that that was going to go up there to her new apartment was the deal. But he didn't know anything about her not able to get it into the apartment and just threw it out. That was a part that she didn't disclose for some reason. It wasn't his couch or anything, but he was staying at this other place until she got this apartment. And her couch was there. And so he's been kind of sleeping on it. Staying at this place with her. Kind of a dilemma for sure. Now me, it's like, don't get me wrong, I can go and buy a couch if I want to. I don't have to put up with so much bullshit with the hallways here, like that place. But I don't really have much of a reason to have a couch. Like I got this ottoman, right? From like Goodwill. Like, I don't know, 10 to 20 bucks or something. That was it. Like that's all I needed was like a seat. I'm literally sitting on this ottoman right now. And it works well enough. I think it's called an ottoman. Yeah, I thought about getting a couch, you know, a cheap couch or something. But then the problem is, like, I would have to find a place for it, which I'm kind of like tight on space as is, living in a studio. But then I have to like move it out and stuff, which, you know, may not have been a problem. It's a small couch, you know. But like, I want to be as, you know, as downsized as I can possibly be to make the move simple. Like I've got like a hanging bar, for example. It's all like an entire structure. And you put that, and I simply just kind of put that together a couple of years ago. And I've been using it to do my hangs, you know, and that's been helping me tremendously with like, I don't know about posture, and maybe it's been helping me with posture, but I've been doing posture exercises too. But it's been helping with like, occasionally I would feel like this, I hear this pop or something, a certain pop within my top left part of my shoulder. Doesn't hurt or anything, it's just kind of like something there with it. Nothing bad going on in there. And so it helps with grip strength too, which is something that is definitely needed as I'm getting older. Because they you know, they talk about studies and stuff like that. Researchers were saying that, like, you know, early death is associated with weak grip strength. Because it's all tied to balancing and health and a whole bunch of things for some reason. And building that grip strength is key. It's probably not the elixir of life or anything, but it contributes to some stuff. Well, of course, they had that one millionaire. I remember reading about millions, not millions, millions of years ago. No, reading about a few months ago. And there was an article that just came out. He was doing something step further, which I guess originally he was using his son's blood and putting it into him. Of course, the deal with putting young blood like that in yourself, it's in theory, it keeps you younger and it keeps you alive longer, in theory, because, like, because it did something with the body. I don't know, like, it's something with the blood that isn't so much messed up with old age compared to young blood. I'm not a scientist, so there's something of that. I remember reading something of it. I just don't remember exactly what that was about. But anyways, I was reading an article recently about him, last week or so, that he was doing a different process which is like taking plasma out of his body and then reintroducing a pure form of plasma that has ambium or whatever it's called in it, which is a type of protein found in plasma that there's like small amounts in a typical human body that he was just pumping into himself. So he would take out the so-called bad plasma, which is kind of funny to think about. It's bad plasma, and then he's putting all this like expensive protein plasma in his blood. I find it interesting. I don't know if he called it bad plasma or not. Like, I'm just alluding to that's what he was probably assuming is his plasma is inferior, which is interesting to think about because, like, as I maybe talked about in one of my videos months ago, maybe about it, is like he's doing all this like experimental stuff, right? With doing all these diet and supplement changes and all these other routines in order to have the cleanest blood, which that was a thing that they were talking about too. His blood was clean or something like that. So it's like, and this is what I mean about the plasma thing. It's like, well, why the hell is he thinking his plasma is inferior if like, if he's doing all the diet stuff and his blood's fine. Now, I know blood and plasma are like different things, you know? You could donate either or both. Well, I guess when you donate blood, you're in theory donating plasma too on top of it because they don't really separate it like plasma. Because at least with plasma, you get your blood back, right? So, now, I did read something in the article. I don't know whether that was his quote or something of it, or this was just like some matter-of-fact thing relevant to the topic on hand, which was like donating or getting your plasma, you know, taken out or whatever can help with like microplastics and stuff like that. So I imagine maybe that is part of the reason why he's been doing this. I don't know. I can't remember what I was reading the article exactly, but but I find it wild. It's all it's like he's trying his damnedest to like live forever. I think that's what his goal is. Is that right? I'm trying to remember. Let me see something here. What the goal is exactly. Let's see here. Trying to live forever. Is that right? Brian Johnson's a tech entrepreneur and millionaire who's trying to live forever by spending millions of dollars on anti-aging methods. Okay, so he's trying to live forever. I like a lot of different relevant things on Google. How many hours does Brian Johnson sleep? Usually in bed by 8:30 p.m. and up before 6 a.m. Okay. Like, there's a lot of crazy, like, stuff that this guy is doing. There's, like, weird stuff, too, here. I'm seeing relevancy. How many hours does Elon Musk sleep? About 6 hours. Like, like, I don't know. Like, is this, like, trivia stuff, you know? Like, what is, like, the, you know, how useful is that information? Like with movie trivia, you're at least having fun and learning new facts about like movies or something, right? This is like something totally different where it's like, oh yeah, he sleeps 6 hours. I mean, I imagine probably was a part of an interview and mentioned that, and so I guess it just kind of stuck with it. Or something like this, a Google thing. 11 Forever, like that's always been like a hot topic thing, you know, for centuries. Living forever. I doubt the guy is going to be living forever. Like, you know, if you were able to pull it off, like, you'd be the first person. I don't think it's going to happen. Will he live longer than an average person? You know, that's that's up to debate because we don't know yet, you know? Because, like, I think he's in his 40s, isn't he? Something like that. I think he is. Let me see something. How old is he? I think he's in his 40s. Man who thinks he could live forever. Okay. I was watching a video. 46, okay. No, that was last year, so he would have been 47 now. It's a centimillionaire tech entrepreneur. What the hell is a centimillion? It's like a single million? Is that what that is? No, it can't be because he's developed. It's just more than $4 million developing this. But what's crazy about this whole setup, though, is like he's doing all these very specific things. Like it says here, he's downing 111 pills every day, wearing a baseball cap that shoots red light into his scalp, collecting his own stool samples, and sleeping with a tiny jetpack attached to his, his Johnson, monitor his nighttime. Yes. So, like, and I remember seeing, like, some stuff about it months ago. Like, he's doing all that and, like, more. Oh, another thing they didn't mention in the article is he was also on a vegan diet, which is the big reason why he was taking all those supplements, and the reason why he wasn't eating meats because of the, it was the, what is it? I'm blanking the name. It's because meat has like a byproduct of like something in it that I'm trying to remember what his reasoning was. It was like some kind of a byproduct when you eat meat that causes supposedly like age, not age, but a decrease in life expectancy. Or something like that. Because I know that was like kind of a vegan thing I've heard about over the years about that philosophy is causing something like that. Whether you believe it or not, I mean, I'm just saying like that. That's part of the reason a person could be potentially vegan, or if it's or you know they could do it for like humane or ethical reasons too. Like there's a number of different reasons why people do it. It could be like a combination of things, you know. But well, I'm just saying, like, I remember reading something about that over the years with tying to something with health expectancy being decreased. Like there's something within the elements. Now, remember, if you take one of these, the others go away. We'll get this, honestly. Because, all right, we have, like, 9 lights. All right, well, we don't have to go that way. Here's my philosophy when it comes to eternal life. Like, as a human. As a human, definitely not an alien or anything here. Hello, fellow beings. Or beans. Beans or beans? I am a fellow bean. Are you kidding me, Bean? Yes, I am not kidding, Bean. I feel like it'd be kind of a hell, you know? You know, like, you've seen, I mean, there's movies out there and television shows that kind of explore that thought to some degree about, like, oh, what would happen? And then it's like, you know, they get people get fucked up because it's like, oh, the family and friends are dead, you know, all this other stuff, right? And then you're just kind of wandering the earth alone, and all these relationships you make with people are just like there and gone, and then you have to make more and more relationships with people as they disappear, you know? And, I mean, you have that. That's just fucking hilarious. Oh, let's have 2. I love the tasty wafers. Double that up. Well, and that's like assuming, let's say like, there's a couple scenarios with this, right? What if you were able to live forever, but then you keep aging, right? Like some creature from like, like Frida from like Tales of the Crypt or something. You just look so damn crusty, and you get crustier and crustier every year. But then you also start to deteriorate too. But you can't die. That's the weird thing. Like the weird dichotomy. You don't die, but then it's like you're stuck in this weird limbo where it's like you're getting disease and everything else, but then you just can't die for some reason. That would suck. I mean, a lot of internal suffering and shit, you know? It's basically the, I forget what it's called, but it's like the guy who pushes the rock up a side of a cliff or something like that, and he has to keep pushing it up because, like, it keeps falling down, and he had to do it for eternity. It's, like, pointless. That's what I mean. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, what about the eternal life where it's like you're forever that age you became eternal with life? That's a different story. But then it's like you still have to deal with like the misery with like people you knew passing away or something. And then it's like you're on Earth with this. You would have to constantly be starting new relationships with people, expecting they're going to die. I mean, I guess you can get used to it or something. It's like, oh no, they're gone, you know? Fuck! Wasn't fast enough. You would have to start new relationships with people, and then you have more. Maybe, I guess, over time you get used to it. It's like, oh yeah, you're gonna be dead in like, I don't know how many years. Don't worry, I won't be attached to you so easily anymore. That almost got me. I mean, that's kind of a not narcissistic, but like a nihilist kind of mentality. Oh, you'll be dead like the rest of them. Life is short for you, unlike me. I'll find someone to replace you. That'd be fucked up. Probably be developing some kind of mental problems or something, you know, trying to like live with that kind of like feeling with death all the time around you. Like, you don't have to worry about it itself, but you have to worry about everybody else that's stricken with it. Alright, thank fuck. Maybe I should have taken the damn Judas's shadow, you know? With picking up the wafer, something tells me that was like the big clue. I need to be fucking getting that. I don't think 9 lives is going to be nice to me. The speed up does help. But yeah, that's just kind of... Oh shit. My philosophy there, in a way. Not philosophy, my opinion with it. It's like, you know, one way it's like... It's gonna suck because you're gonna deteriorate, but in another way, if you don't deteriorate, it's still gonna suck in a different kind of way. I mean, it'll be less suckage, right? So it's like, yeah, it's gonna suck, but then it's like, but it's gonna be like, well, at least I'm not deteriorating. But then how do you, you know, I'm just saying, like, all these hypotheticals. Well, how do you stop that from deteriorating? How do you do this? How do you fucking do that? Why do you not have the answers to this? Why do you not have the answers to these hypotheticals, motherfucker? I'm fucking stuck. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing I got this, whatchamacallit. Can you stop giving me coins? I'm fucking rich. I don't know. I feel like this millionaire, I don't think he's so much trying to prove a point that he's going to live forever. I think he's kind of fearing death is the problem. I think that's the bigger picture with the whole thing. I don't think he's going to live forever, in my opinion. Like, there's so many factors. Like, you know, he started doing this, I don't know, at least a year ago, maybe longer. I don't know how long it was. But, like, you basically kind of fucked yourself over right in the get-go about, like, eating like shit and all this other stuff, right? And you're in your 40s now. So it's like, oh, shit. Okay. I might just lose this daily. And I don't mean to. This has caught me the fuck off guard. Okay. I thought those were explosives. It's like, you changed something up, huh? So anyways, like... Man, the bombs don't do shit, do you? Okay, careful. That's why we have to kind of keep our distance from him. Alright, careful. This is, like, fucked right now. This phase could usually just choke me up. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm waiting for the fucking brimstone. I'm fucking paranoid right now. Holy shit fucking ass, man. I know he does the charge thing. Okay. Get me out of here. 314th place. Yeah, probably, since I didn't make it the boss rush and hush. It's interesting times we're living in. I guess he'll be the human guinea pig for us and see how that goes. Like, it's a very complex thing, indeed. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.